I'd rather keep it real with ya.
Hey everybody, it's me, Minu. Happy Saturday. I'm posting this video on Saturday because it's my birthday, and in the last video I made, I did not talk about the fact that my birthday was coming up. I completely forgot about it. My brain blocked it out. And I made a post about it, but I thought it'd be good to also make a video about it because some of you guys don't see the community post. So I didn't really have anything planned specifically to talk about. Because I had already recorded everything regarding like the micro labels and everything. So I don't really need to talk about that. So I guess maybe I'll talk more about mental health and stuff and how I feel about turning 26, which some of you would be looking like, what's the problem, meaning? And I'm sitting here like, like you just don't understand. It's so much. It's so emotional. And I wasn't expecting it to be emotional. I wanted you to see my shirt, but I'm also going to adjust this a little bit. So it's really emotional. One of the reasons it's really emotional is I don't really have good birthdays. So my mother, I might have said this to some of y'all before. I used to think that my mother was a narcissist. Actually, she is, well, according to my therapist, my trauma therapist, it seems like she's histrionic mixed with something else. And so she always found a way to make my birthdays about her, and not in a good way. You know what I mean? Like with a narcissist, it's like they'll make it about them in a good way. Like, yeah, I got such a great kid because I'm a great parent, right, everybody? Whereas a histrionic would be like, I'm just gonna start some shit. Attention's not on me. I'm gonna start some shit. And if it's my day, you better not even look sad because it's my day and you guys gotta act right. But if it's your day, I'm gonna start some shit. So that's kind of like what I had growing up. This is such a weird angle. And I'm in a spinny chair because for some reason I just had a feeling that I was like, I want to sit in a spinny chair. So I guess my inner child wants to sit in a spinny chair. But it was just like, it was always about her, like one way or another. And I didn't really get to have birthday parties like other people did. At most, my mom would throw something together at the last minute, like, oh, we'll go over your aunt's house and eat ice cream cake, you know, something like that. And when my family members would have their birthdays, you get to go out to eat and like get whatever you want. But no, when I would go out, sometimes I would go out to eat with my family on their birthdays. And sometimes my mom would be like, I can't afford for me and you to eat, so you stay at home, because she wants to have steak and potatoes and she can't afford for me to eat cheese fries. So it was always some weird feelings about it. It was always some nonsense. I felt like every year my mom would pick a fight with me for no reason. Like every year she would be like, oh, you think you're grown now because you're 12. You think you're grown now because you're 13. You think you're grown now because you're 15. And I was just like so confused. Because like all I really wanted on my birthdays was to have like a birthday party with friends. And I didn't really get to have that until I was 16. I think I was 16, but I was 16 and I finally got to have a birthday party with friends, and my mom did everything she could to make it almost fail. It was like so stressful. She like did everything last minute. Like we were almost late to my own party, which was very, very weird. She didn't want me to invite any girls because she didn't want me to be around like my friend's bisexual. She didn't want my bisexual friend to be at the party. So it was me and a bunch of dudes in the basement of my aunt's house, which was really, really weird. And it got weird. Don't get me wrong. Shit got weird down there. And I guess for her, that was preferable than the possibility that my bisexual female friend would try to kiss me or some shit. And it was just like annoying. The best thing about it was, you know, I did get to play movies that I liked, but nobody watched it because everybody was trying to get freaky, which is very annoying. It was also around 16 when I finally got like the mental health help that I needed, in the sense that like black people were not listening to me. My mom did not want me to go to therapy. She was anti-therapy. My sister had to take me on the DL. And I was on my dad's insurance, so she couldn't fully stop me, really. If someone was willing to take me that wasn't her, I was going. And it was kind of a situation where black family members weren't trying to hear it. Black teachers at school weren't trying to hear it. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna talk to any white person I can to get the help that I need. And it was, ironically, it was through white people that I was able to get into a facility where I could get the help that I needed. And my mom even tried to sabotage that. You know, she went up there and said all types of shit to the psychiatrist, that I was some kind of master manipulator, as she was there manipulating the psychiatrist. And it was just so weird. And so another thing that I think is emotional for me is like, okay, it's been 10 years of straight therapy and medication and all of that stuff. I thought that I'd be in a better place by now. And I mean, technically I am. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to off myself. And I'm not depressed all the time. But I still have these moments where, like, I get triggered and, like, emotional. And I sit there and I'm like, why am I not healed yet? And I know healed is a trigger word for people. It's a trigger word for me, too. But I was just like, I never thought it would take this long. And the more I learn stuff, the more it's like, wow, you really can mess up things for a kid for like the rest of their life, which is crazy to think about. But it's like, I'm probably gonna be having to do this shit for the rest of my life to get over shit that happened in like the first quarter, or even I say first 23 years, you know what I mean? 23, 24 years. And it's just so weird that that portion of my life can influence so much down the line. And it's just frustrating. It's frustrating. Hope that I'd be out of my hometown by now. Don't want to be here. You know, living somewhere else. Now, I did hope that I would have cats. So, yay on that. Got the cats, got two. Despite being allergic to them. But, yeah, I think when I was 16, I did not have a vision for the future. Like, there wasn't really a plan past, I wouldn't even say past graduating high school. Like, I'll be honest with y'all, I did not think I was gonna graduate high school. Not because I was like failing or anything, but because the bitch literally thought she wasn't gonna be here. You know what I mean? So everything high school graduation on was just uncharted territory. Like, I really didn't have plans about what I was gonna do. And then I started to make some plans as things went along, and I was like, oh, well, you know, I was going to go to Japan. And so I went to Japan in college, which was great. Well, it could have been better had I not been with a shitty program. But, you know, I went, so that's good. But I was kind of winging it the whole time. I wasn't really, you know, I didn't really have like people have like a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I don't fucking know. In the ground. I was not planning for any of this. So I've kind of just been winging it this whole time. And so it's weird to make it to 26 and be like, what was I supposed to be doing? Like, what's the milestone here? I have no idea. It just feels weird because I didn't think I'd make it this far. I didn't think I'd do a lot of the stuff that I've done. I didn't think that I'd be, I didn't plan of like, you know, I'm going to live alone and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to go here and I'm going to go there and I'm going to have this job. And I didn't plan that. You know, I kind of told people, they would ask you, oh, what you going to do? And I was like, and I threw out some and just gave them that. But I really did not plan it. So it's really, really weird to make it to this point. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm recording this on Friday. You never know what might happen. I might be out driving tonight and you might not see me. But if I'm here tomorrow, all of this still applies. I'm sorry. I just thought it was funny. I was like, I could be driving and get in a car accident and die tonight. And I was like, oh shit. But you know, assuming I'll be here tomorrow, everything I'm saying still applies. It's all still the same feelings. And it's funny. I was telling my manager about how people my age, we like joke about stuff like this, and it'd be so uncomfortable if you were mentally healthy listening to us talk, because you'll be like, oh my God, are you okay? And I'm just like, just thoughts I be having. It feels good to laugh. But yeah, so it's just been like, it's a lot of weird feelings around that. Obviously a lot of stuff's going on in media with women's rights, with the shootings and stuff like that, which makes you even more feel like, well, one, I never planned to have kids, but two, if I did, oh my God, you know what I mean? Like, this world is just terrifying. This country is terrifying. It's hard to live in. It really is. And it's like, existence ain't as fun as a lot of us thought it was going to be when we were teenagers. You know, we were so excited to be grown, and now we're like, you know, we want to be children again, but with different parents. So it's really, really weird. There's been a lot of emotions there. Been a lot of emotions with work, trying to like work like a normal person while all this other stuff is going on, and my company not addressing any of it. I'm like, so they ain't send out nothing about, you know, our hearts are with the employee. Is it that like they didn't say nothing? Okay. You know, just get back to doing work, get back doing I-9s and, you know, and HR stuff. Like the world isn't like in chaos right now. So it's really, really weird. Good thing though, I did change my number because I knew that my mother would try to call me on my birthday and I didn't want her to ruin my birthday. So I changed my number, which is great. Can't change my email. I did go through my spam to delete stuff, and I did see that, yeah, she emailed me, but I deleted it immediately. I didn't read it. So, and she does have my address. I never gave it to her. She found it online apparently by accident. I don't believe you could find someone's address by accident. My therapist is very certain that you have to pay to look up a certain person and find their exact home address. Especially with this being an apartment versus the address that I've been connected to my whole life. Not that one, no, the one that I stay at currently. Okay, yeah, you found that randomly. Like Google just was like, hey, you know your daughter Minu, she lives here. I don't believe it. Don't believe it at all. But that's how it is when you have a parent like that. It's like, it's always got to be about them. You know, Mother's Day about them, their birthday about them, my grandmother's, the anniversary of my grandmother's death about them, my birthday about them. So it's just like, I knew there was going to be some nonsense from her because it's about her. It's always about her. It always has to be about her, whether it's positive or negative. Whether it's you hate her and you start yelling at her, well, at least she's getting attention. So it's like some people tell me, they're like, oh, tell your mom to fuck off. I'm not telling her shit because I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to engage with her because anything I give her, whether it's positive or negative, will just be reinforcing her behavior. So the best thing I can do for me is to just not say shit. So sorry, I'm just all over the place, but this, you know, just I'm feeling feelings. This is how I feel. Yeah, but yeah, it's really, really weird being at this age because you're ahead of people, but you're also behind people. Like people tell me all the time, like for your age, you're so smart. Like you got a good credit score, you know, you living by yourself, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, a bitch didn't really have a choice. You know what I mean? Some people could still be living with their parents, and yeah, they hate living with their parents, but they can live with their parents. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about those of you who have no choice and you hate it, but some people are like, it's so annoying. I wish I was more grown up that I could move out and all that stuff. But you still like your parents and they allow you to keep your own money to where you can save up to move out. Technically, I'm ahead of you, but also I'm behind you because I don't have parents. So it's weird. Like, it's people my age who make way more money than me. It's people my age whose parents, you know, pay for their college so they don't have student debt. It's people my age whose parents allowed them to work for them and they make a lot of money by working for their parents. And they, you know, it's people my age who have their own house. It's people my age who are married. It's people my age who have kids. And even if I don't want to be married and have kids, it's like, it feels like you're ahead of me, right? But then also it's people my age who make $12 an hour and work part-time. It's people my age who have a crap credit score and they're driving, you know, some car they had to pay for cash for that their parents probably had to give them the money to get because they can't afford it. It's people my age who, you know, gave up everything and they live in another country and maybe they don't make a lot, but they live in another country, so it's still better. You know what I mean? It's people my age who don't know how to eat healthy. It's people my age who still ain't gone to therapy when they really need it. So it's like, it's so weird to be simultaneously ahead of people my age and also behind people my age. You know, there's people who have no money to their name that are my age. There's people who don't have jobs that are my age. But then there's also people who have jobs and they make double what I make. And their cars are double the cost of my car. And so it's like, it's really, really weird feeling. at this age, especially when you consider the fact that everything's so much more expensive. So like people my age, even a few years ago, had way more opportunity and options than I do now, just because of the fact that things were cheaper and more accessible. So it's just a really, really weird in between feeling. It's like on one hand, you want to complain because shit sucks. And on the other hand, you know people who have it way, way worse than you. And then on the other hand, you know people who have it way, way better than you. You know, people my age who I know are sitting on they're like sitting on boards. They're like directors and shit. And I'm just like, how did you do this? Like, I don't understand. How is that possible? We graduated together. Like, what's happening? It's just such a weird feeling to have. And I don't know, like, I want to be grateful for the things that I have, and like to tell myself, you know, you've done so much. But I feel like when you have the difficulties that I have and the anxieties that I have, you tend to downplay every good thing that you do and upplay, I guess, all the bad things that you do, or like, where are you not good enough? And then your brain will like focus on that for the next several hours. And so that's kind of like been the struggle with my brain over the past week, is one, remembering I have a birthday, two, going, oh fuck, it's been however many years since XYZ. It's been however many years since I graduated college. It's been so many years since I graduated high school. I wanted this, and I didn't get it. And then me trying to reframe and tell my brain, okay, but here are some things that you wanted that you did get, and those are good things. So it's a really weird like thing to go through mentally. As far as celebrating my birthday, I had to ask my therapist for help. I didn't want to ignore the day, but I'm also not someone who's like, all right, everybody, we going to Mexico, about to turn up, whoop, whoop, everybody getting drunk. Like, I'm not that person. That's how my family does. I'm not that person. And then I also talked about the things that I did for my birthday in the past. Everything that I was thinking about doing for my birthday was somehow connected to trauma or connected to my mother. And my therapist was like, no, don't do those things. And I was like, then what the fuck do I do? You know, I don't know. And she was like, you have to get out the house for one. And then for two, you have to do something that's different. You know, eat food that's different. Eat something more expensive. Eat something that you like, that you're used to eating, and then try something new. So that's kind of my plan. I'm going to go, I'm getting dinner Friday night with one of my older friends when she gets off work. So it's going to be nice to just see her. And then two, for my birthday, for lunch, I'm going to get lunch with my friend. I'm going to go a little bit out of town, kind of like 20 minutes out of town, to this super country ass place. Like, when I say country, I mean country as fuck. Like, even their name is super fucking country. And they have all these weird meats there. And I know you guys are like, what the fuck, meaning weird meats? And I was like, yeah, you know, so you get to try some new shit, some shit you ain't never had before, because you've been in the city. You know, sometimes you gotta go out to the country and eat some weird shit you ain't never heard of. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to figure out what these things taste like. And, you know, and just for one day or for a couple hours, you know, not worry about money, not worry about my weight, not worry about, you know, my job or any of those things, and just focus on spending time with my friend. So far, I only have one friend who's going to go, but still is nice because I love her. And just focus on spending time with her and like talking and catching up and just having a good time. And I think me being kind of out of the city is also going to be good for my mental health. And even if the place is crowded, the way it's set up in there is very spacious. So I think that it'll be a good environment for me, you know, for those few hours. And then after that, I'm going to Starbucks, because, you know, I got to get the free drink, free food, whatever the fuck I'm going to get when I go there. But you know, Starbucks, I got to get my Starbucks. I hate that I'm addicted to their frap roast, but it's too late now. But yeah, so those are my plans. I also went out and bought a weighted blanket. I already have one, but it's kind of shit. I got it for real cheap online. And so I went to Target and I got like a 20-pound weighted blanket, and feels pretty good. So that's really like my gift to me. You know, I splurged on a actual good quality, you know, a Target quality, because I don't shop at Target, I went to Walmart first, a Target quality Wade blanket. That is my gift to me, so I'm going to enjoy that. And I'm also going to be off all of next week, so I feel like too, I think I've mentioned in my Discord, you know, for those who want to be in the Discord, I'll put the link down below, but I mentioned in my Discord that I like have this super stressful job where I have to do everything. And so I like literally, like, as an act of rebellion, took off for a week, and my manager had to scramble, and now I'm getting help. They're hiring a temp worker, so I'm like, yes, told your ass I am indisposable. I'm gone for a day. Y'all can handle it. Y'all can just not do shit. But I'm gone for a week. Y'all gonna be looking crazy. Even my manager was like, what am I gonna have to do? I was like, you're gonna have to do a lot. You're gonna have to do a lot, because I get 200 to 300 emails every day for shit to do. So you better get on it. So that's gonna be interesting. My manager says she's not gonna bother me while I'm off work, but she's gonna miss me. And I'm like, yeah, I know you're gonna miss me. But she's not gonna bother me. She's not gonna call me or anything. She may send me something on you know, say happy birthday or something. But I'm gonna just focus on like fully relaxing, because I don't really do well on weekends anyway. Like Saturdays are my worst days, and it also happens to be my birthday, so double trouble. But once I get through Monday and I'm still off work, I think I'll be able to like actually relax, and I'll try to, like, you know, go places that are usually super crowded on the weekends, and, you know, just enjoy being out when it's not a lot of people out, you know. So when everybody go back to work, I get to pretend to be retired for a few days and just be out there with all the old people and doing my thing. So I'm happy about that. Or I might just nap most of the time. Whatever makes me feel good is what I'm going to try to aim for, so that I can feel really, really rested when I come back to work. Not next week, but the week after next. So yeah, those are my plans. Those are my feelings. Those of you who, you know, want to join the Discord's really popping. I mean, I had to mute notifications. It was so much going on. I was like, God damn, like, do I have to respond to everybody? Like, people are having really, really good conversations in my Discord, talking about mental health, talking about asexuality, talking about race, talking about whatever the fuck you got going on in your day. You know, we just talk about it, and I enjoy interacting with everybody and talking with everybody and sharing my feelings and experiences with them. I do want to make more mental health videos, because I'm starting to educate my manager about mental health. So I want to actually like make more videos about this stuff, keep you guys up to date on the progress I'm making in my therapy and my inner child therapy group. If you don't see any ads on this or the other mental health videos, it's because every single mental health video either gets limited ads or no ads. So that's where that's going. But if you guys want to support me, you know, just throw a little money my way, like, you, hey, me new happy birthday, here's $5 or whatever you got on you, $1, $5, whatever, don't matter. I appreciate it all. I'm gonna leave a link to my Ko-fi. No, what is it? My coffee my coffee account in the description, so you guys can buy me a coffee for my birthday. You know, it's a Starbucks coffee, so it's like $5 or $6, just so you know. But yeah, so if you guys want to buy me a coffee, send me a donation, you know, or if you just want to hop up in the Discord and say happy birthday, Minu, I would really, really appreciate it. I love talking with you guys. I love the discourse we have here. I love how most of the time we are all very respectful towards each other and very supportive of each other. And I just want to kind of keep that going. I don't know, you know, when I started this channel, it was really just about like, I just want to talk to people, and I'm doing it. I'm talking to people. So this is really what I want. So it's not like I have like a lot of big plans, like I got to get to 1 million subscribers or anything like that. It's just talking to people, forming that community, having that support group, supporting you guys, supporting me supporting you guys. That's really all I want. So I'm gonna let y'all go, as we say, and just take care of yourself. I'm gonna do my best to take care of myself, to be kind to myself, to give myself grace, and I want you guys to do it as well, because you guys deserve all the love and happiness that people have told you that you don't. And just give yourself grace, because you deserve it. I'm going to see you guys next week with another video talking more about these Ace micro labels. So if you want to watch that or you want to get notified when that goes up, please hit the subscribe button. And I will see you guys in the next video. Love you. Bye.